Hello and welcome back to another Star Citizen video. Today we're going to take a look at Alpha 4.1. Well, technically I took a look yesterday. I saw some stuff I like, some of them borderline, and you know what? I'm gonna say it's more towards I don't like it, okay? Yes, I do have an opinion on that. And before we begin, like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. And let's check out, all right? First thing first, let's check out Alpha 4.1. And this is a sort of, not to say a new game mode, but we have a new in-game event, which is nice. And it is Orbital Laser and mining. So it is a combination of PV, well, I won't say PvP, but some action, pew pew, and of course, some, simple industrial mining activity. And this is nice, all right? I like this. We want to see more of this type of event where you get various people to participate, like Xenotrat, and those are nice, okay? On one end, you get people who likes to do combat, right? And it would be cooler, okay? So it would be cooler if it's something that is not say global, but global, where you can, like they did it for Pyro, where you can take the role of both sides and you can do PvP. Sure, some people say that's maybe a little bit too much to handle, especially the industrial PvE side. And yeah, I think it's no, it's doable. Okay, it's doable. You can do the same event in two different locations for now, right? So on Stanton, you can do the purely PvE, which means you are fighting against AI and AI only. And if other player comes in and take you out, they get a crime stat and everyone can hunt them legally. Okay, but if you do this in Pyro, then it's free for all. So it's there. I mean, it's gonna come soon, hopefully. But first, at least they need to get the base structure of this event, and I think it's fantastic because you need to go for first. You need to go to the planetary side, find all this what do you call this? Signal arrays, get some key card, go up to the space station. Make sure you can capture the space station. If not, get some key card and do some small little activity. Basically get this space station online, or not say space station, orbital laser online, and then you fly back down to ground, insert a key card, and then boom, laser. And that is one of the activity. Okay, after the laser is done, or rather done blasting, you can do your mining activity. So that's great. That's nice, okay? And of course, that's ship sail. We're not going to take a look at ship sail yet. It's just a simple little update for 4.1. And this is what I like, okay? I want to see more of this. Obviously, one small little thing that I kind of realized, this is quite similar, not exactly, to Theaters of War, whereby you do planetary side, at least combat, capture, and then you go up to space station. All right, so this is one of the iteration probably, okay, down the line that says, okay, you know what, we can use this and put it out for the PU, or persistent universe, for people to play. And I'm still waiting for Theaters of War. I'm still salty about that. I didn't get to play because I have to go to CitizenCon in order to play it, and I don't. And it's Theaters of War is basically Star Citizen's version of Battlefield, and they should have at least an arena commander build of that game, right, for us to try out and play. Because I like that, right? I like combat with what do you call this? With vehicles and ships. Right? In this case, vehicles and spaceship. So that's that for Alpha 1.1, which is nice. All right, small little update, which is an event, and this is not okay. The good part is this is not a limited time event. I don't think there's any notes about saying it's a limited time event. Let me check. Let me double check, because it feels like this is a staple, or at least a staple. Yeah, I'm going to use the word staple. All right, a staple event in the game, and I think this is the first. If it's not limited time event, this would be the first, because the first was Xeno Threat, and then followed by Fight for Pyro. No, yeah, no, Xeno Threat, Defend Orison, and then Pyro. Right, Pyros, that's where you can choose all of three factions, and I think that's a very nice thing as well for people who wants to taste more on combat. And this is the fourth, technically the fourth public event, and if they didn't say anything, this is not time limited, which is nice. All right, cool. So that's that. That's 4.1 in a nutshell, just small little update. Now, of course, with every big patch, or rather, this is kind of a sub patch, right? Even though it's a 4.1, no, it's a sub patch and it's a big one because it's a 4.1. If it's like 4.11, yeah, not so big patch. Those usually they don't do announcement. Usually they do announcement like 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. And with every, I'll call this a smaller patch, it comes with ship sales. And we're not going to talk a lot about ships because with this year's small little requirement for me, I have to adhere, okay? And most ships are, I would say, there's only one or two ships in the game that's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's worth picking up if you want to spend extra money. But in general, this is the PSA, you only need a starter pack. And what's better than a starter pack? A discounted starter pack, okay? Only a starter pack, no, in order to enjoy Star Citizen, you only need a starter pack, and that's it, right? That's it. And with 4.1, we get a non-combat ship starter pack, and I was surprised, okay? I did not expect this ship to come out, nor an industrial ship to begin with. I know under their silhouette there is a ship that they tease, and the price tag. Most important part is the price tag, and it is, yeah, it is nice. Is this the best package? See, that's the thing. We don't really have an industrial starter pack. So in this case, this may be a decent price. Normally, what I would say is get the cheapest pack out there, right? Which is usually $4.50 after discount. And that is what I will always recommend. Now, so let's take a look at the minor starter pack at $67.50. You are paying extra $27. Now, before we talk about what do you pay extra for 20? No, what does extra $27 brings you? First thing first is this is an industrial ship. This is the minor starter ship, so we don't really have a good price tag other than its starting price tag, which is announced here, and it is $60. I'm going to skip as much as I can because there will be a dedicated video for this guy as well. And forget about this guy. This guy is for people who spend way too much money. Me. Okay, $60. This is store credit, and then Warborn is $55. Now, this ship's price is exactly the same price tag as the best starter ship out there, which is the Avenger Titan at $60. Now, obviously, for CIG or for Star Citizen, if you want to get a specialized ship, there is a niche, right? I'll call it the specialization tax. And the question is it worth getting a dedicated mining ship versus a versatile normal ship? Now, do note the Avenger Titan cannot mine, nor the Golem cannot do what the Avenger Titan do. No, actually, no cargo bay. I just realized no cargo bay for the Golem. So the next question is, obviously the Titan is better in terms of combat versus the Golem, hands down. And the trade-off is basically the mining laser. Yeah. The closest ship that you can compare to the Golem 2 is the Aurora MR. Now the difference is the Aurora MR is a little bit smaller than the Golem. It packs a little bit more punch versus the Golem, and that's about it. The nice part about the Aurora, the Aurora MR, it has a bed. The Golem does not. The Golem has a bespoke. All right, so this is the part you have to be very, very careful. It has a bespoke mining laser. I would call it a starter mining laser because maybe, judging how CIG has handled all their ships, maybe you will get you get to change the starter ship's mining laser. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so that's that. Yeah, so the trade-off is, do you only get a mining laser and you pay a little bit more, in this case extra $20 difference if you want to buy. And obviously I don't care about the standalone ships. It's nice to grab $55. It is slightly above the LTI token price point that I like to pay. All right, personally 40, 45, yes. Below 50 is great. And $55, a little bit tough. A little bit tough, truth to be told, lifetime insurance. But the one you care is the Miner Starter Pack. And you get a Golem, you get a Pain, which I don't really care. Star Citizen Digital Download is the one that you care the most. Lifetime insurance and 20,000 UEC. Now, as of the exchange rate, obviously I think they will change. Hopefully they will change a little bit, or if not, get everything in line with it. Every 1000 UEC is equivalent to $1. So basically you're getting $20 worth of in-game currency. And that is more compared to the base starter pack. So that's that. Now, if I were to just join Star Citizen, you know what? I will admit $67.50 is a little bit pricey. A little bit pricey. And this is only, okay, the only note I would give is, if you know you just only want to just sit down and mine most of your time, $67.50, I think it's okay. It's like borderline okay, because if you want to do combat, you have to get another ship. Straight up. You want to do cargo hauling, you have to get another ship. Straight up. And that other ship is usually the Avenger Titan. So that's the reason why I don't really have a means to really recommend this. So that's that, right? So that's my opinion on that. And of course, the one that I don't like, all right, let's go straight to the part that I don't like, is this guy over here, the Downburst Patch Bundle. Oh no, this is no. When I saw this, at first I thought, okay, you know what, $30, cool, I might like it. But then again, I gave myself 1 day to marinate on the thought, and I realized, no, Citizen Con bundle. That is like my guilty pleasure for Star Citizen. That is not ship base, and that's also $30 or $35. But for the Citizen Con, I get a little bit more goodie pack. When you say it's a little bit more goodies, and this you only get, all right, for starters, you get a Corsair Downburst Camo Paint, which arguably it is expensive, $240 if you want to get the ship. And you know what, I would say remove the Corsair, lower down the price to even $19 or so. It feels a little bit too much, okay? But just for the sake of calculation first, lower it down to $20. Maybe you have a good argument over there. Maybe. It is interesting. This whole package gives me a whole new perspective on cosmetic armor, and what do you get? What do you get? You get a weapon. You get an energy assault rifle. Eesh. You know what? I'm gonna whine a little bit on this later, but first we want to go through a few things. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the side. We have Warbond special upgrade. Okay, we have the Drake Corsair. We have the Tumbril Nova. Now, due to the nerf of the Drake Corsair, whereby you lose your front two turret, right now it's become a man turret. The Corsair kind of loses its functionality because of its price tag. Yeah, that's the problem. The price tag is painful. All right, so if you get the Warbond version, you get $230. You can go for the lowest price, which is Terrapin, because this is not flight ready. I can't use it. So Terrapin, you get a difference of $10. If not, you can use the Banu Defender, which is nice. Okay, and of course, with patch 4.1, we have finally a alien race in the game, and it is Banu. I'm excited. That small little reveal towards the end. Oof, I like it. I like it. Okay, now we want to see more different races, more aliens in the verse, and that's it. That's it. If they follow the plan, I want to see more aliens. Okay, give a little bit more variety in the game, right? And that's that. All right. So Corsair. Yeah, 200, yeah, $250. It's too much. It's too much. Next up, we have the Tumbril Nova. This is for a tank, a vehicle. Again, usually I say easy skip, easy skip. You save $10 difference. Now, the Nova only get the Warbond upgrade. Yeah, actually, no, not just the Nova. What am I talking about? The Tumbril Nova and the Drake Corsair, just grab the ship upgrade if you want to upgrade to more expensive ship. Sadly, the Polaris is way too expensive since I did it last year. So Karak is still on the table until they decided to destroy some of the no, unless they decided to make Karak more expensive this year. There is a slight slim chance it might get up. Hopefully it doesn't, okay? But this is mainly for people who want to go for more expensive ships. Tumbril Nova, no, I said not Tumbril Nova. My go-to expensive multi-cruise ship, it is the Constellation Taurus. So we want to take a look and see if we have it. So Atlas Geo, this is the new kit on the block. I like it. I really like it because I'm waiting for the next iteration, which is the combat variant, and hopefully we get a Titan suit. And if it's a Titan suit, I most likely will pick it up. Price dependent. Okay, most likely I'll just upgrade too, because anything above $100 just upgrade. Easy upgrade. Okay, I'm gonna skip 250. Nah, okay, skip. Skipperino. Yeah, Skipperino. This is an easy skip. I was about to say, yay? No, skip. $60 golem. Awesome. Love it. Hammerhead. Easy skip. Oh yeah, this is the Nova tank. Yep. Polaris. Look at that. I did mention about Polaris being unreachable at the moment, and yeah, this is way too much. This is just way too much, truth to be told. I can't. Wow, 890 jump. That's the closest. Pioneer. Oh no, Pioneer is no bueno. No good. Hull E, yeah, no. I can't find any cheap way to go to the Polaris because the price difference is just too much to handle. Oh, Redeemer, not much. Retaliator, one of my favorite ships. All right, it's modular. It's cool. I need more modules for the Retaliator at the moment. Right now we have cargo and torpedo, which is nice. I'm waiting for the livery. Once you can use this as a long range civilian version, which means cargo, and I have my pantry and whatnot. Yeah, this ship is awesome because you got a few things you can do. Spartan, Storm, skip. Ursa, Skipperino, Valkyrie, one of the best dropship. In my opinion, this is the best dropship by far, $375. Price tag is... Okay, so nothing much on here. Sadly, we don't have the good ship. The best ship for multi-crew is the Constellation Taurus, all right? Simple as that. And it's cheaper than the Drake Corsair. So, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it. All right. And if you're asking me why do I care about Warborn upgrade, is that if you want to go for more expensive ship, this is how I do it. Okay. For example, if I want to grab the Drake Corsair, grab the Warborn upgrade from Drake Corsair, something to Drake Corsair, and then of course you have your Tumbril Nova. So as much as you can chain at the end of the day or the end of the year, let's see how much you can tackle. Most likely I can lower down the Carrack, right? Carrack is my go-to ship for this example. I managed to get it down to $300. That is post, no, that is every year, except last year. Last year was a bit painful. Last year I only can get it down to 400, I think, around there. Yeah, either that 400 or 400. Yeah, so I think it's about 400. We managed to cut off a lot of price in between. But in my general opinion, okay, so this is not really a big PSA. This is just a soft PSA for people who wants more expensive ship. Don't buy the ship outright. Just do the Warborn upgrade. Be patient, because there is Invictus launch week incoming, and that's where you can get an early peek on what ship that you can get cheap. No. Invictus event is one of those event out there where you got a wide selection of ship upgrade that you can you can plan ahead. Okay, and then hopefully that price still remains during anniversary sale, or when anniversary sale comes in, which is the IAE sale. And for this two big event, you can actually get a very cheap ship, or in this case you can get a ship much cheaper. Yeah. All right, so that's that for Alpha 4.1. This video is getting way too long, so before we end, we have a new ship, right, which is the Drake Golem. It is a starter mining ship. Very nice little ship. I will definitely cover this ship in detail on its own video. And we have the Atlas, or no, I cannot use the word Atlas, right? Argo ATLS Geo. This is a mining power suit, and it is nice. I just say it's nice. Is it worth paying? And this is the next question. Is it really, really worth paying? Okay, paint, I don't really care. I really, really, really don't. Because of this package that I've seen, yeah, I'm not bothered anymore. Literally. Literally. Dual pack, no. Single pack is $40, and this is okay. If you want to grab more expensive ship down the line, the Atlas, the ATLS Geo is not bad, right? Lifetime insurance, cool. Do note this is a standalone sale, or standalone vehicle, standalone suit, so it doesn't come with the game package, and that's why the Drake Golem starter pack is just a little bit better. But is it better? Unfortunately, no. All right, I think at this rate, I would say no if you want to enjoy the bulk of Star Citizen. Yes-ish if you want to start off with a mining profession ship. Yeah, even though it says 1x, you know what, we're going to talk about this much later on its own video. And with that, all right, last one, Captain of Industry. So we have some cool skin over here, but because it's just skin, easy skip. easy skip. So basically, Captain of Industry is basically just give you a little bit more flavor in the verse, all right? So obviously with the two new vehicle, not say vehicle, the vehicle and the power suit, which is mining team. So we have a new in-game lore per se. So the United Resource Workers. So that's nice, right? Nice. Very, very nice. And of course, they have their own paint scheme. And because it's paint, skip. right? You are United Resource Workers. Cool, cool. I like this for the sake of lore building, world building, but in terms of, if you want to buy with real money, $9 for this skin, yeah, no, no, right? Straight up, big no. All right, Geo, C1 Spirit, C2 Hercules, CSVSM, Constellation Taurus. Sadly, there's no special upgrade offer, so hold on, hold on. This is the best, in my opinion, the best multi-cruise ship for a relatively decent price tag. But obviously, go cheaper. Definitely, I'm not gonna pay 200 bucks just for this. I want it to go cheaper. Fortune, this is one of I'll call this the lazy man mining ship, okay? Because you don't really need to do a lot of back and forth versus the voucher, versus the prospector. Oh, wait, what am I talking about? This is salvager, it's fortune. But yeah, basically, between the voucher and the fortune, this is the lazy man version. The Drake voucher is a little bit more cooler, right? Freelancer Max, one of a lot of people's favorite what do you call this? Cargo hauling ship. Golem starter mining ship, Haul A hauling ship, Haul C, yeah, nope, nope, nope. Mole multi-crew mining ship, $315. Some argue might be okay. My personal opinion for the mole is it's kind of a cool ship, but for its price tag, it is tough. It is tough because I would say with the introduction of the Drake Golem, yeah, the mole is kind of a little bit more for group activity. Yeah. Pioneer, no, because I can't get any LTI anymore. Paying $925 for a 6-month insurance is definitely a big no for me. Straight up, big no. Yeah. Warbond, 6 months, 6 months. Do note, if you buy any ship with real money, you will not lose your ship if your ship gets destroyed in the game, right? But this is for me because if I want to spend so much, I want to get the best perk or the best possible perk, which is lifetime insurance. Prospector, mining ship, Argo Raft, this is a transport, again, cargo hauling ship, Raft versus Freelancer Max. This is definitely preference, although the Max is a little bit better in general. We have the Rock, we have the Reclaimer. I love this ship a lot. We have the SRV, Search and Rescue, which is a space tugboat for now. We don't really have a good gameplay loop for this type of gameplay just yet. Vulture, this is a salvaging ship, very, very nice ship. Actually, if you're talking about salvaging, Vulture salvage in style. Really, it does. It has the industrial feel. Zeus Mark II CL. This is one of those ships that I like. The chassis and whatnot, right? $175. Decent. But then again, Constellation Taurus just smacked Zeus right down. Unfortunately. So that's that. That's that for the Captain of Industry. Nothing much over here. Mainly for the new in-game lore and a paint scheme. Yeah, if it's a skin, easy skip. Easy skip. And with that, I'm gonna close up with this little whining. $30 for a Downburst Warborn limited time pack. This is really playing on me right now. On one end, okay, on one end, let me I like the armor, but do I really want to pay $30? It is tough though. It is tough that there is no good reasoning behind it. I just don't want the Drake Corsair paint, please. Sure, some people might like it, some people love it. That's cool. That's cool. I would say if you can accept. The problem is this is a very specific ship. That's the problem. For people who don't want or don't own a Corsair or do not want to own Corsair in the foreseeable future, yeah, this is this is, yeah, you get my feel. Okay, before I pass judgment, this is literally, I would say, all right, this is really on the side where I say no, no. Even though it's cool and great, it's literally on the fence of I will not recommend. Okay, really, really on the side. Now, before I pass that final judgment, in most cases, all this extra stuff you don't really need to buy. Again, PSA, you only need a starter pack. That's it. All right. I know some people say, "Oh, you're gonna get scammed." It's like, no, yes and no at the same time. Okay, I'll be fair. Yes and no at the same time. Yes, because you don't need them. No, because it's optional. Now, previously I did compare to all these armors. Now, the reason why I'm going through this, I want to see what armor and how much it costs. Like for example, the Headhunters Fortuna Gear Pack, $14. Okay, this is on borderline okay in my opinion. That okay, you know what, $14, maybe, maybe. Because what I want to do is I want to check all the other gears, all right, and see how much they really, really charge for it and how much we are paying on a premium. Because I'm gonna compare this, all right. I know this video is gonna be a little bit long, but I just want to end this and say I did see a lot of microtransaction from other games, all right, wink, wink, hint, hint, Marvel Rivals and other gacha games out there. Okay, I cannot use the word gacha games because lately I've been playing gacha games. I that whole entire price pack I don't really care, all right, because I don't buy. If I use like Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Destiny 2. This is pricey, okay? This is definitely pricey because I would say most of the armor should cost $4.99. In fact, I would say yeah, $4.99. That is like the high price point, not even the low price point. Yeah, you know what? I'll stick to it. $4.99 maximum, right? Maximum like premium $9.99, $10. The reason why I use $4.99 is because that is around, okay, a simple sandwich or a cup. I won't say a cup of coffee though, because a cup of coffee and a sandwich it's almost about like $6, $7. Well, from where I am, it is about $9.99. $9.99, and that's in Canadian dollars. So yeah, $4.99. All right, $4.99. So in this case, yeah, you know what, $30 for this. I'm gonna outright say it's just not worth it. Would I want to buy it? I want. I really, really want. Because I like this. This is unique. This armor is unique compared to the rest of it. Like Headhunters, okay. The rest, like this is 39. 39 you get three. $30 you get one. This is premium. This like premium plus. Like CIG is really, really milking that. And you know what? I'm gonna stick to my guns and I'm gonna say I will not recommend. But would I buy it? Maybe I'm a sucker, right? Maybe they are putting this sucker like me. Please, please lower down the price point. 1999. I would do it. Okay. I just don't really need the skin. Okay, with that, I'm not gonna bother just yet. I'm gonna survey a little bit longer, see how what people see what are the opinions. Again, if you don't like it, vote with your wallet. Don't open up your wallet because I have also Dune Awakening to. Oh my goodness. Okay, you know what? At $30, I would put Dune Awakening. All right, done. I think that's the best decision I can make for now. But I really, really want it. All right, that's all I have for you for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button and help this channel grow. I know this video is slightly a bit longer than usual, like all my whining and talking about this. But again, cool event. All right, until then, I will see you in the verse and fly dangerous. Ah, you bastard.